What is going on, guys? K-Mac here, and this is another edition of Madden 13. This time I'm playing with the Seahawks and their fucking sexy-ass green alternative uniforms. I love these uniforms. As you see here, the game is kind of sped up. It is in, I think, 1.5 speed. Just so this video isn't too terribly long. I think it's just like 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Again, they're playing the Cowboys. This is this weekend's matchup. Week 2, as you guys all know, the Cowboys will be playing the Seahawks. So I'm looking forward to this matchup. I'm just going to try and break down some of the things in this matchup, some of the fantasy predictions I have for them, some of the things I see. As you see here, Ben Tate busts this loose for a touchdown. And anyway, let's jump right into some of the fantasy predictions I have going forward for this week. Let's start with the Cowboys. And who better to start the Cowboys fantasy talk than the quarterback, Tony Romo. Coming off a huge Week 1 performance. I think he had 3 touchdowns, 2 of them to Kevin Ogletree and 1 to Miles Austin. And against this Seattle defense, although the secondary is improved, they did make a few acquisitions this offseason. I do see Tony having another big day. As far as Kevin Ogletree having 2 touchdowns, 100 and whatever yards, I don't really see that happening all that often. I mean, they do have Miles Austin and Dez Bryant ahead of him, along with Jason Witten. So I'm looking at him as more of a 3rd, 4th string receiver. I'm not saying he can't get out there and get a touchdown, maybe some decent yardage, but I wouldn't start him over Miles Austin or Dez Bryant. With that said, I do expect Miles Austin to have a pretty big day. That secondary, I don't think, can match up with him very well, especially on quick in routes and stuff. But I think Dez Bryant will have an even bigger day because physically the secondary of the Seahawks cannot match up with him. He's a giant man. He's just a large dude, and especially in the red zone, they're gonna have a tough time, matching up with him and his size. Moving on to running backs, DeMarco Murray, pretty much the feature back for Dallas. They didn't really run more than one running back. I mean, Felix Jones is still on the team, but he doesn't get that many touches compared to DeMarco Murray. So I am predicting, I'd say, for anywhere from 70, 80 yards on the ground and maybe 30 to 40 yards in the air with 1 to 2 TDs for him, just depending on how the game goes. So I'm predicting a pretty good day for DeMarco Murray. So if you have him, obviously start him. I mean, who wouldn't start him anyway? But some of the guys, moving on to the Seahawks. Let's get to the Seahawks side of this and see who they have. Starting with the quarterback position is Russell Wilson for the Seahawks. Coming off an alright game last week. He should have had another touchdown, the game-winning touchdown, but it was dropped. Pretty solid performance for his first ever NFL start, and I thought he showed good signs. I think he had like 45 yards rushing and like 175 yards passing and 1 TD. Nothing special, but pretty pedestrian day fantasy-wise. But like I said, if Braylon Edwards had come down with that other touchdown, it could have been a decent 18 to 20-point game. Like I said, he actually is on my team in my fantasy league, but I don't plan on starting him. I wouldn't plan on starting him unless you just have no other option. His upside is minimal at this point. I mean, he has a big upside, but if you have somebody that is a better team and better quarterback, I would definitely start him over Russell Wilson at least until we get a better look at this kid. A couple more weeks in, he might pan out to be something better than we ever expected. But moving on to running back, Marshawn Lynch, obviously starting running back for the Seattle Seahawks. He's listed as probable. He doesn't see or show any signs of not being able to play this week, so I would go ahead and start him. Feel good about starting him. As far as receivers go, Sidney Rice, Braylon Edwards, pretty much your only 2 options you have for starting wide receivers from the Seahawks. I would go with Braylon Edwards. He seemed to get a lot more of the looks in the red zone last weekend from Russell Wilson, but that could all change. It's only been 1 week. But this gameplay is coming to an end, guys, so I hope you guys liked. I hope you guys learned something new from my tips, I guess you could call them. But you guys give me a like. That'd be very much appreciated. And that's it, guys. As always, take it easy. Until next time, game the fuck on. Peace out. Alright, if you guys are new around here, you guys can feel free to subscribe, or you can check out my previous videos by clicking the link on the screen. This is a video of Bears vs. Packers, Madden 13. where I talk about sleepers and good pickups and the weekly predictions of this week's fantasy football. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good day. Game the fuck on. Until next time.